What do you think that the audience doesn't understand about hair and makeup and prosthetics and practical effects like that?
Yeah, that's a good question because I often think that the audience doesn't necessarily realize the work that's gone into some of the elements, particularly like wigs. Like I do a lot of wig work, and I don't know whether people even realize their wigs, which is obviously to our credit if they don't. But it's also you lose a little bit of acknowledgement of that a little bit because people don't realize that, oh really, that was a wig.
Yeah.
Don't realize the work that's gone into it. So yeah, it is interesting. I mean, you don't want the audience to be aware of the wigs or the prosthetics, and so if they're not, I think that's a big tick. But yeah, it does always. It's quite a joy actually when you do talk to people and they realize that it wasn't real, or that it wasn't theirs, or it wasn't their nose, or it wasn't their hair. And it's kind of cool when that conversation evolves. So but yeah, the secret's probably the better thing in all of that.
Right, because you worked on projects from Hercules to The Wrecking Crew. I'm curious,
Wide variety.
what's it like working with Lee Winnell on Wolfman versus working with James Gunn on Guardians of the Galaxy? So from like a horror film to a space epic.
Yeah, extreme difference, huh? I mean, there's the James Gunn. I mean, the Guardians of the Galaxy. It's really just the size of the project. The studio, Marvel, the secrecy, this the high security, the not being able to read the scripts. There's all that sort of that comes along with it. Whereas hardly any time with the director. Whereas working on something like Wolfman, that's a little bit more independent with Blumhouse, it's very much a more of a contained, friendly sort of network of filmmakers that integrate probably a little closer. Yeah, I think you feel a little bit more included, perhaps on an independent film, and I quite enjoy all the beginning of the filmmaking. To me, is part of the magic. So um, once we get on set, obviously it's also a different beast. But I really enjoy the integration with production designer, with the director, the costume designer, and really actually just pulling the project together as a group and as a team, which I think you definitely get to do that more on an independent, smaller project.
What were some of the challenges working on Wolfman? Because throughout the plot of the film, the main character is continuously evolving and his design is continuously changing.
Mm. Yeah, well, that was actually a lovely character to do. The actor Chris was great to work with, and there was a lot of subtle changes that we wanted, that were really just really subtle and really simple, and but very effective. There were certain products that I found that helped give that sort of clammy feeling to the skin. There was quite a lot that we did with makeup before we then started integrating prosthetics, which was Arian's work. Arian's great work, and actually working alongside him was awesome. And just I didn't do prosthetics design on that, so it was really cool actually handing that over, and but also being part of the integration of the makeup into the prosthetics with Arian. So yeah, that was actually I felt a really beautiful execution of a transition during that film.